And right now inside your child's school, there's likely a school resource officer. They're patrolling the halls armed and ready to confront any threat from outside the schoolhouse doors.
Erica, my 11 call for action investigation actually found that not every local SRO program is the same. Not every officer is even armed the same way as well, something that could leave them outgunned in certain situations.
And Matt, I know you spoke with different school districts and school resource officers, and one district wouldn't hand over any documentation.
Yeah, not at all.
We have to go and immediately face the threat.
Colorado Springs Police Lieutenant Kevin Mayakusu and his team of specially trained school resource officers are in all 14 city area schools. And they're always training for the worst case scenario. The officers armed and ready to meet active shooter threats with weapons like their duty handguns and rifles.
All of our officers who come out of the training academy, they're all qualified.
The same is true for all the El Paso County Sheriff's deputies serving in county area school districts.
As an SRO, we are equipped the same as patrol officers. We wear the same uniforms and we carry the same gear.
Teresa Murphy patrols over at Falcon Middle School, an assignment she's covered for the past 5 years.
SRO duties are extremely different than patrol duties because our interactions with kids and families on a daily basis brings us into a more personal relationship with families.
Both CSPD and the EPSO sent their SROs to special schools and provided our newsroom with requests for officer recertifications on both handguns and rifles. And while there are no national standards for how SROs are mandated to be armed, the concern for some is that in the event of an armed intruder, pistols aren't as effective as rifles because officers must generally get closer for an accurate shot. In some cases, that could mean a school resource officer might be outgunned by a shooter.
It's very important because we don't know what the bad guy's intentions are. You have very long hallways in schools, so you want to meet force with force. So having a rifle in the schools could be very important.
While these two agencies were open and transparent about their training and procedures, it was not the same for Woodland Park School District RE2. On August 17th of this year, the district did send out a one-page letter to the community, alerting parents that they were adding armed security officers to serve as school resource officers there. KKTV 11 News requesting through an open records request the training and certification for those hired to provide this armed security. In their note to the community, the district writes, these dedicated professionals must have completed rigorous training programs from law enforcement or other specialized training. Our newsroom wanted to know if these officers were certified to use rifles. And since they're not sworn officers like the majority of other local SRO programs, how does the district handle the training and certification for these armed guards? The district responded saying no records existed. So parents in the community can't know who these armed security personnel are or their level of training or certifications they possess to carry specific types of guns. The same information other local agencies were more than happy to turn over when we asked.
We worked on this story for several weeks, and sources within the Woodland Park School District have told me that some of these armed security personnel are actually just existing staff members they've armed, something that is allowed under state law as long as they are going through the proper training programs. But since the district is refusing my multiple requests to review that training log or even answer any of our questions about the certifications for weapons, we cannot provide that information to you right now.